to Matchday Live, where we have just seen Aston Villa beat Arsenal by 1-0. And I am delighted to say that we are joined live at Villa Park by their captain, John McGinn. Hello, John. Thank you very much for joining us. Can you hear me, John?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, brilliant stuff. Look, it's lovely to have you with us on the show. Thank you for joining us. And congratulations,
okay.
Manchester City and Arsenal within the space of 4 days.
Thank you.
Can't hear us, Mikel.
I don't know if he's hearing us, but he definitely did when we were having a little bit of a rehearsal. John, can you hear me all right there? I don't think he can hear me. Do you know what? We're going to try and get him back. That's a shame. Hopefully we'll get him back because they have beaten Manchester City and Arsenal in the space of 4 days, and it would be great to get his thoughts on that, wouldn't it, Shay?
Yeah, I think we actually had a brief chat. We
did. We had a little chat, didn't we?
And he said, we asked him, actually, Tony mentioned about, the defensive setup at Aston Villa and how much they work on it, and he did mention it's drilled into them day in, day out, and lots of meetings, lots of things. But again, as I said before the break, it's quite refreshing, especially from my goalkeeping point of view, and a centre-half sitting next to me, is to see a team enjoy defending a defensive block, a defensive unit, and there's not much space between any lines, And John McGinn, you would say, is more an offensive player and obviously got an all-important goal today. But at the same time, he has to buy into that defensive setup that the manager wants.
And that is credit to the manager once again. Everyone was saying Unai Emery is a master in Europe, which he is, given his record, but he's mastering the Premier League as well this season.
He also said he was bored doing it. He said all summer I've been working on it, all pre-season. It's so boring to be defence. And and also said, are you going to win the league, John? And he said, yeah, they're going to.
Well, we can make up anything, aren't we? Well, unfortunately, we can't get John McGinn back, but we are going to hear it now from Arsenal's Martin Odegaard.
Well, you really fought hard right until the end, but where do you think you've come up short this evening?
I think in front of the goals. I think we had enough chances to win the game, and yeah, I felt like they didn't create anything apart from the goals. So yeah, definitely in front of the goals. I think that's where we lost it.
I suppose quite uncharacteristic for you not be able to finish those chances. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I don't know. It happens sometimes, but it's frustrating. Of course, I had a few myself, so that's annoying. But the only thing you can do is keep going and bounce back in the next one. So that's what we're going to do now.
As well as that frustration, is there a sense of injustice at all with any of the decisions around some close calls in that second half, the penalty shout and right towards the end there, the Havertz handball?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen them again, so I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was a goal in the end, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I don't want to say too much either.
Given the way you grew into the game, when you look at the goal that you conceded, is there some frustration around that?
Yeah, I think we gave them an easy goal, but after that, I think we controlled most of the game. As I said, we created enough chances to win the game, and I think we didn't deserve to lose the game, but that's football, and we have to learn from the mistakes, and we have to improve and bounce back.
So disappointment there for the Arsenal captain, Martin Odegaard. And as you can see, John McGinn is back with us. Sorry, we lost you there, John, for a moment. We couldn't hear you. But as I was saying, congratulations, Manchester City and Arsenal within the space of 4 days. What is going on? You guys are on the most phenomenal run.
It's a bit strange, I'm not going to lie. But just our home form at the minute's just been exceptional. So we went into the game today with no fear. The last team to beat us here were Arsenal last year, so we had a little bit of revenge, an opportunity for revenge today, and thankfully we managed to take it. It wasn't as fluent a performance as it was a Wednesday night, but we showed huge character and grit, and I think we stood tall today. A lot of the players who haven't played many minutes, Leander Dendoncker, Alex Moreno, they really came on, and Jacob and showed real fight and desire to get us over the line, and thankfully we managed to get a clean sheet.
Look, you set a new club record of the 15 home wins on the spin, which has been mentioned so many times, so congratulations for that. But you're also having the best goal-scoring season of your career in the Premier League. What's made the difference?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a bit more composure. The chance today, it was actually really ironic. I had the exact same opportunity in a UEFA Conference League game. I'm watching it now. Leon cut it across, and I've actually tried to lay it off. But the staff do a lot of analysis, and they said if that happens again, turn on your right foot and shoot quickly with your left. So thankfully they picked that up, and it paid dividends today. So the manager said I need to get involved more in goals, and I promised him 10 this season. Hopefully I can get more than that. Fingers crossed.
John, I was going to ask you, we spoke before the break about the defensive shape, and I know you have to do your own defensive work as well. But that goal is a classic example. Does the manager give his freedom then to go whenever you break and from a sort of defensive block?
Aye, well, he's done a lot, especially when I'm on the left-hand side, he's done a lot of work on me kind of covering the front post, not only to get those balls, but to create space for Ollie in the middle of the goal. There was a chance the other night, I've made the same run, and Ollie was free in the middle of the goal, so we work a lot on that. Sometimes we only attack against four, especially against attack with four, against the best teams. Sometimes Douglas can get involved, but the best teams in the league can pick you off from these attacks. So it's about being secure at the back, but having the licence to fire into the box. And thankfully, he gives us wide players the permission to do that, and it's paying off.
Well, John, congratulations once again. Thank you very much for joining us, and well done. Looking at the league table, I know the Villa fans are very happy indeed.
Mikel, I know you'll be disappointed with the results. What did you make of the performance out there from your players?
Yeah, a really good performance. I thought we were the better team, and we didn't deserve to lose the game at all, but this is football.
You were taking in the game from a different angle today up in the director's box. The two close calls in the second half. Firstly, what was deemed a Havertz handball. What was your take?
I prefer not to comment.
Is that the same with the Gabriel Jesus potential penalty shout?
I think that's even clearer.
I sense perhaps you have an opinion, but you're cautious not to say anything.
I do. Big opinion, yes.
Okay. You said you're pleased with your side's performance today. With the perseverance that they had, why don't you think you've been able to find the goals like you have previously?
Because you have to put the ball in the net, and that's the only thing that we missed today, because we generated some big chances. We were getting the ball really high up. Villa didn't create anything, but still lost the game.
Could that be down to fatigue, if you had to put your finger on why you weren't so clinical?
No, because I think that is fatigue. It doesn't press, it doesn't go, it doesn't insist, it doesn't dominate the game like we did today. It's impossible.
How much credit should go to Aston Villa? You know, we spoke about them being in the title race before this game. How much of a threat are they to your title race?
Yeah, they are really good sides, and they are in a good moment right now, and congratulate them. That's what we have to do.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Times. Do they have what it takes to maintain this momentum? I'm not saying necessarily to win the title, but to maintain this level.
Yeah, I think it'll be squad rotation, but I love Torres. They've got a great goalkeeper and a great spine. You know, so that's the makings of a team. You know, same as the Arsenal, to be honest with you. You know, they've got a good goalkeeping issue. We've got to sort that out. But Declan Rice has come into the screen and really come into the team and really made us tight and solid. If you win a 4 championships, you said, thank you for saying that.
That's
not
all
me.
right. I was
but we've always had screening players, you know, back to the Paul Davis when I first come in, and then, you know, we had people like Patrick Vieira and Manu Petit, and then during the Invincibles, it was Gilberto, you know, the invisible screen. They're brilliant players.
Absolutely brilliant players. And, you know, there's so much to pick out of this fixture that we've just seen, and we will do so. But first of all, let's just have a quick recap of what we have seen today in the Premier League, and what a Saturday it has been. Well, Liverpool left it late. They came from behind to beat Crystal Palace by 2-1. Brighton and Burnley shared the goals and the points at the Amex Stadium. Manchester United, how damaging a defeat is this 3-0 defeat at the hands of Bournemouth? The first time Bournemouth have won a game at Old Trafford. Sheffield United under Chris Wilder back in the dugout beat Brentford by 1-0. Wolves and Nottingham Forest shared the goals and shared the points. And Aston Villa, well, there's confirmation of their stunning win, a huge win at that, over Arsenal. And there are some big games to come tomorrow. Everton and Fulham off the back of some really big wins midweek. They play Chelsea and West Ham respectively. Luton against Manchester City off the back of their defeat. Good luck, Luton. And then Tottenham play Newcastle in the late game. Wow. What a weekend it's been so far. Let's have a quick look at the Premier League table, shall we? Here is the bottom half. And Bournemouth are the big movers, really. They've moved up a couple of places after their victory over Manchester United. But as you can see, it's Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United that occupy those bottom 3 places. If we take you to the top, well, Liverpool find themselves at the summit. And the last time they were top of the tree was May 2022. So there you go. Only 1 point clear of Arsenal. Aston Villa just behind them. It's very tight indeed. And Manchester City completing that top 4, although they have to play, of course, tomorrow against Luton. 3 points to go, 2 points off top of the table. And at the start of the season, I don't think anyone would have predicted this run.
No, but I suppose you could go all the way back to when Unai Emery got the job. I think they were in the relegation dogfight, weren't they?
I think they were 16th actually.
I think
in the
he only
table.
added one addition last season, and they've shot right up the table and finished in the European places. So we shouldn't probably be surprised or shocked.
Yeah.
Maybe we are a little, but you know, he's added to that in the summer. And again, the performance tonight. I know Tony's going to look at the defensive sort of setup of Aston Villa, how well drilled, how well organised they are. It's been absolutely brilliant to watch, because I know we say the Premier League is the best league in the world, and I actually believe that, and we see lots of high-scoring games, don't we? But sometimes, especially this man sitting next to me, to win a game 1-0 is a big thing as well, because it doesn't happen by magic. It happens by hours and hours on the training pitch and being well drilled, and you've got to give that to the manager.
Absolutely.